lots of different programs, lots of different this and a lot of different that. But at the end of the day, the biggest investment we could ever make is in our people. And we are so proud of the people that serve us every day and the people that we serve every day. So at this time, we're going to have a little bit of change in the agenda because, believe it or not, these legislators have other commitments that they have to go to on a daily basis. So I would like for you to welcome to the front of the podium here our brand new elected Speaker of the House, Mr. Clay Schexnayder. Mr. Schexnayder.
Good morning. So first of all, we need to thank these students. They did an excellent job on this food. I can tell you, we may have to get them, Buddy and Mr. Pope, to Baton Rouge to cook for us one day up there, maybe, right? Yeah. So I can tell you, the school system, lots of times, and most of y'all know this, but I represent a lot of, just about all of south of I-12 in Livingston Parish. I can tell you that the school system here in Livingston Parish is excellent school system. The people are excellent. I actually graduated from Prince Settlement High School. I still love my high school. I still visit my schools in that area and my teachers, and y'all do an excellent job with that. I can tell you that the Livingston Parish delegation is a good delegation. We stick together and we look out for a lot of Livingston Parish when it comes to legislative agendas and things that we have. In the past, we've always done an excellent job of being able to communicate with each other. Lots of times you would see, if you was in Baton Rouge and you ever watched as bills move through, especially when it came to education bills, you'd see me running up and down the aisle. I'd probably lose a couple pounds every session because I was running up, talking with Mr. Pope on issues. So it's good. I can tell you, this new job that I have as far as Speaker of the House is it's a fire hose right now. I have 105 legislators and then roughly about 300 employees, and then plus the daily operations of the House that we have to oversee. This year, I can tell you that the House side and the Senate side as well. I won't leave them out, but the House side is going to be, you're going to see things move a whole lot different this year than we moved in the past. The House side, the bills are going to move a lot quicker. We're going to get things to the Senate a lot quicker. The one thing that we're definitely going to push this year is going to be tort reform, insurance reform. How many in here won't lower car insurance? Yeah. I mean, I've told people this morning, I had another talking event this morning, and Republicans and Democrats, no matter where you are, I think we're all on the same page when it comes to wanting those things. That's going to be our top priority. We have several bills in the Capitol that are filed on the House and the Senate side, that those bills will be pushed to the front, and we're gonna do our best to get as many of them as we can to the governor's desk to sign. I can tell you, myself and the Senate president has had several meetings with the governor. He is actually on board to work and help us solve some of this. Of course, we can't just send anything to him, but that's one of the things that we're going to push for. That's going to be huge. The other thing that that I've heard from most of the state and most of my district is roads and bridges. Getting more dollars for roads and bridges, and that's going to be a huge task moving forward, and that's going to be something that we're going to work on these next 4 years to be able to have more dollars that are going to roads and bridges. So that's probably where our biggest agenda this session is going to be focused on. It'll be focused on the tort reform and the insurance reform, plus the roads and bridges. Other than that, there's a lot of, I think there's not a whole bunch of education bills out there. I want to say it's 63 bills that were filed so far. There was 93 criminal justice bills. I think that was the two that had the most. So we don't have a 700 and something bills on the House side this year. That's really low compared to where we have been in the past. Usually we've had anywhere from 15 to 2,000 bills that we'd have to deal with. So that's pretty much where we are as far as that. I can tell you this, you know, a lot of people ask me, they said, you know, everybody comes and says they're gonna make these changes to the Capitol and they're gonna do these things with government. And the one thing that we're definitely gonna work on, that I've had this conversation with every member there, is the past 8 years, and I think Senator Pope can vouch for this as well, we've lost respect for each other as House members. And it was disappointing that we allowed it to get that far, where House members would personally attack other House members, or Republicans would personally attack Republicans, and vice versa, Democrats doing that. That's one thing that we're gonna do different in the House this year moving forward. I've told each member that there will be no personal attacks on the floor. There will be no personal attacks on committee. And if we do have it, there will be consequences. That's just something we need to learn to respect each other, and learn to understand that, you know, everybody has an opinion. Respect their opinion, and if you want to debate it, you can debate it and have a heated debate about it, but don't make it personal. When we get done, it's over with, and we'll move forward and make things better from there. The House, these next 4 years, is going to be focused on accomplishing things that actually make our lives better. And I can tell you, I saw it last night, and I told the group this morning, I said, there was a guy in the 30s who ran the 200 meters in the Olympics, Matthew Robertson. He broke the 200 meter record by a landslide when he ran in the Olympics. He was awesome, and he finished second. He finished second behind a guy by the name of Jesse Owens. Jesse Owens went on to be a legend. He went on to be popular. He went on to do things that nobody else has done. Matthew went on to be a janitor at a school, an all-white school in Pasadena, California. The bad part with Matthew, he just never picked up pace and tried to catch up. He was a great athlete, he was a great person. And he always had something that drug him down just a little bit. As he moved forward, he also had a little brother that stepped in front of him too, and his little brother was Jackie Robinson. So, telling that story, I tell it like this. In the past 8 years, the House has always been pretty much by themselves, and they've always been that brother that just kind of got left behind. These next 4 years, the House will not be left behind. We will finish first, and we're looking for a successful 4 years that's going to be good for everybody in our state. So, thank y'all for having me. I hate that I have to leave so soon, and I mean, if y'all have questions, I'm willing to take some questions. Nope. Yes, sir.
One quick question. I know they had the Hilario Center on the West Bank, so can we see maybe the Schexnayder Center in the future?
I can tell you these next 4 years we can work on it, but I don't think we'll do it the Schexnayder Center. We'll do it the Pope Center or something like that.
Whatever, we just need one.
I agree 100%. Yes, sir.
Historically, the past few years, they've had special education legislation where they're wanting to video its classes, and they actually talked about a requirement where we would have to do that. I just want to say we're adamantly opposed to that. If y'all see that legislation about videoing in classrooms and making it a requirement, that is extremely problematic.
I think there's 2 bills on that.
And you know, I would ask you guys, you know, as supporters of public education,
Sure.
please, you know, please look out for that. And, you know, if we need to get involved with that, we will. And the problem is they put you guys, oh, y'all don't care about special needs kids. That's not what it's about.
Right. And I'll leave y'all with this too, is I can tell you, and I've said this the last 8 years, you're gonna see a lot of things in the paper and a lot of things on the news, and way too much stuff on social media. I can tell y'all the best information you're gonna get is from these guys and myself right here. Pick up the phone, email us, Facebook message, tweet, what's the other one? Instagram, pick it. Email me. All my information is on the web. My cell phone number's on the web. Just, if you have a question and you have something concerning, pick up the phone and call one of us. It's aggravating sometimes because we'll get messages sometimes. People will go and instead of calling us, they go and post something on Facebook and they start this big old parade of people just bashing, and they have totally the wrong information.
That never happens to us.
Yeah. So all I would ask is in those things, just pick up the phone and give one of us a call, and you can hear it straight from us, and we'll tell you exactly. You may not like the answer sometimes, but we'll give you the right answer.
How popular is court reform within the House? I guess I'm assuming there's a number of attorneys and everybody else, lobbyists.
I can tell you this year, you're looking at a House that has way more blue collar people than it does attorneys. We'll have some pushback on the attorney side, but I think Republicans and Democrats, talking to all of them across the state, I think you're going to see where last year we had maybe 2 Democrats that supported a tort reform bill. This year, you're going to see a lot more than that supporting it. So I think you'll get the tort reform bill out again of the House. You'll get multiple ones out of the House. You'll get them to the Senate. The Senate's going to have multiple bills as well. And there'll be, I'm going to predict there'll be at least 4 bills that the governor can sign when it comes time to look at. And look, we're going to work with him. He's going to be, if you've read any of the articles in the paper, the one thing that I said that we have to do is be able to sit down and have a conversation. And that's what we haven't done in the past 8 years. We're going to bring everybody to the table, governor included. Actually, I got a text today. Every Tuesday, him and I will meet, and we will discuss legislation and things moving forward to be able to work together. I mean, if you watch the news and the media these past couple of days, I was predicted to be the governor's puppet by all means. That's not the case. Me and him still see opposite of each other sometimes, and we're gonna have those conversations where we don't agree, but he sees things the same way as we do. He's trying to get there from the left side, we're trying to get there from the right side, and we just gotta meet in the middle. So we'll find that path, and we'll make it work these next 4 years, that's for sure. Thank y'all very much for having me.